Leo, what you want to go by? Your real name or what?
I mean, Leo. Online, I go by Bruce Leo.
Bruce Leo.
Bruce Leo, I like that.
Yeah.
So we can...
That name, I didn't come up with that. It was some girl that, she's like, oh, I'm going to call you Bruce Leo. I was like, oh, I like that.
Pretty clever.
Yeah. I like martial arts, so it made sense.
So Bruce Leo.
Bruce
All right,
Leo.
cool, man. So I'll run the intro and then we'll
Opportunity,
take it from there.
promotion,
Fair
blah,
enough.
blah. You know, those are just words.
All I have to offer is words. Just words.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Can y'all niggas smile? Yo, what's going on, digital world? Welcome to Just Words Nobody Cares. It's been a while, I guess, in real life, because I've been uploading all our backlog of episodes back to back to back. So in digital world, it seems like, yo, we're doing this shit actively every day. But in real life, I haven't seen y'all in a minute. So welcome back. And so much so I even forgot where the fuck my effects are. There we go.
You see, it's not only me.
So happened like 3 months ago. Yeah, all those episodes are like from May and June
my
or whatever.
God.
But this week we'll be caught up. We'll be fucking caught up
On everything.
on everything.
Across the board.
So if you don't know, you should know. My newly tanned friend, my man Monsieur Los on deck.
Yes. Welcome back. Como ça va? Como ça va, crew? It's good to be back. I miss being on the mic.
Hey yo.
Hey, pause. It's good to be back.
It's good to be back. Well, it's always great to have you back. Even though we were just like chilling for a while, I kind of fucking miss you, bro.
Like for a good minute, we were chilling.
Like we were chilling. Like I think it was just too extreme. We were chilling for like every day, and then I just didn't see you for what, 2 weeks now.
2 weeks.
Feast or famine.
I missed you.
I missed you more. The lovely, the honorable, the unforgettable Lady H, always love seeing you, and you get the applause too.
Always love the warm welcomes. So happy to be back. And I feel like I'm almost catching up to everything that's going on in life. Almost.
I'm like looking at both of you, and you're like giving me mad tension vibes. What the fuck is going on? Relax, people,
Who's
relax.
saying? I'm cool.
He's
Man.
mad you didn't get him a beer, that's why.
Definitely, I'm tight.
Yeah.
No, it's other stuff. It's the fucking budget numbers from work that's
Look at that.
crunching
Numbers.
in my head. Yeah.
Numbers are killing people.
Yeah.
Today, as a special guest, is a really good friend. It always reminds me that the world is very, very small. I met him via his brother, and his brother that I met through a friend was actually a friend of my cousin that they had met in Stony Brook when my cousin was in college. Back in the fucking so yeah, no, like no one's ever gonna get it. No one's gonna.
You need to do like a visual of the map,
a whole
Venn
diagram.
a little animation sequence.
And so when I had the opportunity to cross paths with my boy's brother, which is who we got on deck today, who his name is Leo, but he goes by Bruce Leo. Because my man's always here on deck. I've seen him ready to kick ass. I've seen him do jiu-jitsu, MMA. This man works out every day religiously. Yo, you gotta see his gram, bro. You would think that this motherfucker is a GQ model.
I saw that.
You know, every time he takes a picture, he has the most fitted suit I've ever seen anybody wear.
Where do you get your suit set?
That suit, I haven't worn it in a while, so.
Do you get everything tailored?
No.
Okay. I'm a costume designer,
oh,
so
okay.
I'm like, how does someone who is an athletic build go about in their day-to-day business getting
I just bought it, I
fitted
put it on,
suits?
and it fit great.
My man,
there you go.
he's just off the rack.
No, for real.
My brother Leo, who AKA Bruce Leo.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you got mad shy, bro. What the fuck?
No, look.
It's the first impression
It's
with
this.
the mic.
It's this.
Oh, that?
Yes.
What? It's fucking with, too loud?
A little too loud.
Oh, so then tell me,
'Cause
man.
I hear myself.
Well, you
super loud.
should.
That's better. No,
that's
that's
better?
too low.
Too low?
Let me see. That's better.
That's better? Okay. How did you know what you were hearing without saying anything?
What?
Yeah.
No, I just hear myself too loud. It's like,
It fucks
it's
with
better
you?
now. Yeah, it's better now.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad. Trying to bring peace to everybody at all times. So yeah, man, welcome to Just Words Nobody Cares. So it was your birthday recently.
Yep.
How old are you?
35.
35.
Happy belated
Happy
birthday.
belated birthday, man.
Thank you. Hey, diablo, me morí. Dead.
21 gunshot salute for you. And where did you go? What was it?
We went to The Stand. It's comedy club / restaurant. It's by Union Square, and yeah, it was chill.
That's a comedy club?
Yeah. No, yeah. So The Stand, it's a comedy club, but it's also a restaurant on the first floor. So in the bottom, downstairs, it's comedy club. But no, we didn't get to see a show, but usually there's a few comedians I like that go there. So
That's what's up. And you were born and raised from the Heights your entire life?
Yep.
In Dominican?
Born and raised. Yep. Dominican. So my dad's Dominican. My mother's Honduran.
Ah, shit, I didn't know that. Look
So,
at that
yeah.
fun fact.
Yeah. So, but I was mostly raised with my Dominican side. So my Honduran side, I don't.
Dije, ya, no hay familia ahí.
I mean, yeah, barely. It's like just my mom, her grandmother. I mean, my grandmother, her mother, my aunt, and another aunt. That's it.
Do you go to Honduras at all?
Nah, never.
Never been?
Never been.
You been to anywhere in South America?
No. I was in DR recently, but obviously
How was DR for you?
it was good. I was with my dad, my family, my uncles.
I saw some
Good
pictures.
time.
You were like
we were
in
Santiago.
Santiago.
Yeah. We went to the beach pictures. That was Sosua. That was pretty fun. Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was good. I mean, I've been there before. It was different.
What was different about it? Like, one nigga, like, I gotta ask you 20 fucking
No, it's
questions.
okay. It's okay. Because I've realized differences too as I'm older. I'm like, wow, these women are just hanging out, having a good time. I'm like, oh, I see. Yeah, I'm like, oh,
they're working.
But yeah, when I was younger, I didn't know.
So many pretty women out
Yeah,
there.
and they're just hanging out, just like 3 or 4 of them, just looking at everybody. I'm like,
Yeah, Santiago's a dope city.
yeah, it's chill.
So you thought everybody was just there as best friends?
I'm like, oh, they're so nice.
I would have too.
They're so friendly.
You're like, wow, these girls always hang out together.
And it's a lot. It's a lot of them. It's like 3 here, 4 there, 2 there.
That's what Ron was sharing with me from his last trip, and
Really?
the trip before that too. It's a lot of that. I've never been there myself, so
It's an experience. That's
How long were you there for?
So originally we were gonna do like I mentioned to you,
Yeah.
3 weeks. However, the plans changed with the festival itself. So I knocked it down for a week. Los, you did 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
You went to Sosua, right?
We were in Santo Domingo, like right there. And so
We're in the main city, and we're in the heat of everything there. But we went to Boca Chica.
and we went to Boca Chica for the beaches. It was nice. I mean, but I mean, I don't want to talk about the country like that. I need to go. I want to go back and go to the campo and to more of the virgin places that allow for, I guess, a much more of a Puritan point of view. Because for me, it was a similar situation in experiencing how a lot of revelations came about, such as what you thought, what one might recognize as genuine friendships of people going out. It turns out to be that people are just holding prayer services, and it isn't even fucking church.
where you're sitting down, they're winking at you, smiling. You're like, oh wow, she likes me. And then it's like, can you buy me a bottle of wine? And you're like, wait a minute, what?
let's start with a glass.
Yo, everybody's praying on each other, bro.
At least a wave.
And so that in itself was a game changer for me. But I'm always curious to know other people's experiences. And since you're working out every day in and day out, were you out there working out on the beach and doing your thing?
Not at the beach. But,
No, you didn't want to flex on them?
Nah. So where my dad lives, there's on the rooftop he has a punching bag. So I practiced that. My dad, he's the one that taught me boxing.
Sweet.
So he's been a boxer since he was like 18, 19.
And how old is your pops now?
He's about to be 65.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Young man.
Yeah. Oh, he's good. He's like fit.
Is that how you got into boxing?
Yeah.
Yeah, through him.
Yeah, so growing up, he always taught us how to punch, right? It's like, I'm going to just teach you the basics. And he did it, one, so obviously we don't get bullied and we would know how to defend ourselves. But two, also, you know, just to get the experience, too, of some type of fitness, some type of, you know, motivating, pushing yourself physically. But yeah, like he taught everybody, my brothers, my sister.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So your sisters know how to box.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So did you guys have like these battle royals at home, whatever?
Yeah, I remember
Smacking each other?
No, for real. I remember my dad and his brother. They would take the couch, move it to the side, move everything to the side, tables, and they'll just spar.
No way.
So I'd be
In
there.
the living room.
Yeah, in the living
That's
room.
just a casual Thursday
New
night.
York City, New York City apartment. Just
What?
move everything out the way.
Okay, dinner's over. Let's
And then
let's hang out as a family.
my uncle got a black guy. My dad got a black guy, and you just go a few rounds, and that's how I grew up. Like, just watching them.
That's awesome.
Okay.
That's wild.
So it was just normal to me, and my dad would always watch boxing, and he always broke it down. So he's not just like a brute, just like I'm gonna just punch everybody. We'd watch. He used to love Chavez, Julio Cesar Chavez, which, matter of fact, when I went now a few weeks ago, after like 10 years, I met Chavez once, and he signed some boxing gloves.
Sweet.
So
That's
I finally
exciting.
went to. I gave it to my dad.
Oh,
he
that's
loved it,
fire.
Yeah,
Did he
loved
cry?
it. No.
No.
But yeah, that was dope. So yeah, my whole life I just grew up watching my dad fight. I remember being a little kid, and I remember my dad just having a 6-pack, almost said 8-pack, but a 6-pack, and you know he would have my older brother record him. He said, "Yo, just record me hitting the punching bag in the apartment," and you know he was always messing around in the camera, like threatening his brother, like, "Hey, mira, esto lo que te tengo a ti." And
So dude was cutting his own promos.
yeah.
This was like before TikTok
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
With the big camcorder?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So
Yeah.
then would he send the tapes?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He'll send
would
it to
send the
DR. He'd be
tapes?
like, "Yo, that's for you."
That's great.
Yeah.
And would he get tapes back in response?
I don't remember, but maybe. Yeah.
You should look into that. If
Yeah.
Your uncle sent back
Yeah.
responses.
The psychology that goes into that. You tell your oldest son, here, get this fucking 20-pound recorder, record me giving a whole fucking WWF promo,
And don't fuck up the tape because we only have one tape left.
and I gotta send it to DR. Mire, coño, graba eso bien.
Yeah, for real. Así mismo.
Yeah, that is
So, yeah.
hilarious.
So yeah, so I grew up that way. You know, just like boxing was normal to me, and then in my, let me see, I was 20 something. I was in the New York Athletic Club. It's by Central Park. I got an invite there, and I started training there. And long story short, one of my coaches, the one that was teaching me, he died of cancer. And when he died, you know, I love fighting. I've always loved fighting and martial arts. I was like, man, I need to do something else now. So I got into jiu-jitsu. And jiu-jitsu to me has been like amazing. It's very, because with jiu-jitsu there's no impact. There's no, you know, you're hitting your head. There's no damage to your brain. No
It's mostly
concussions.
drag
All
and
pluses.
Yeah, all plus.
It's just a lot of hugging.
A lot of hugging, bear hugging. But yeah, because I suffered a lot of concussions too.
Really?
Yeah. So even till this day, I like talking about it because I feel a lot of doctors don't do much for patients. Obviously, they didn't do much for me. I figured it out on my own.
Wait. Hold the fuck up. You let me allow to understand this shit. You self-diagnosed your own concussion?
Yeah, I'll explain it. So after doing, you know, jiu-jitsu, it wasn't jiu-jitsu, but you know, I was doing jiu-jitsu, wrestling, and I've had a lot of falls. I fell once in Dominican Republic and I hit my head like in the house, like really, really bad. But anyway, one of my best friend, he lives in Boston, and he had a car accident. He was in Uber, had a car accident.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and I told him, I said, how you feeling? How's everything? He's like, oh, I went to the hospital. They said my vision is messed up and I have a concussion. I was like, oh, shit. And this was like 2017, 18 maybe.
Oh, that's fairly recent.
Yeah, and 2017, I had double vision. I was going to vision therapy, but the doctors told me it's because I'm getting old.
What?
I'm sorry.
How old were you at this time?
30.
Oh my God, you're getting old?
Yeah, so
I'm sorry. So a doctor just says, "Yo, diagnosis is you aging." Nigga. Like,
What? How much are these people getting paid?
yeah.
So I'm like, damn. Obviously, I use common sense. I try to use common sense, and I was wondering, I'm 30, so you're telling me that I have double vision because of that. So it didn't sit well with me, but whatever. I kept doing the therapy, whatever. And when my boy told me that, I said, oh, it made sense. Everything made sense. I said, oh, now I remember when I hit my head, and I started studying and doing research, and I just kept doing so much research, and that's how I self-diagnosed. I said, oh, it makes sense. So even when I went back to more doctors, I said, oh, I've had concussions. Now they're like, oh, okay. And now they understood it, and I'm the one that's diagnosed myself, basically.
So after you told them that your prognosis is, I got CT or whatever, right? Did they scan you or anything? No,
They don't
do
want
anything?
to. They don't want to.
I was going to ask you, do you have insurance? Do you have
I
insurance?
have insurance. So it's funny you say that because I've been seeing a few different doctors because, it's like they argue with me. They fight with me. They're like, no, we're not going to scan you. And I'm like, why?
Why are they refusing to scan you?
Isn't that more money in their pocket for insurance?
That's what I would think.
Yeah.
I'll give you my theory on that. But one, I think it's like ego. It's like, you're not going to tell me what I need to do for you.
But isn't it your right to request what you need, what you want done?
Okay. Yeah. So
I mean, I don't know.
No. I'm just saying it's not me. It's them. I don't have any power. I can't just argue with them and like convince them with an argument.
Right.
So the doctors don't want to give it to me. Okay, I go to another one. My last doctor I went to, not the last one, but like the second to last one. My vision was getting really bad. Like I was getting scared. I was like, I feel like I'm losing everything. And I told him, I said, yeah, can you give me a brain scan? He's like, no, you got an MRI. The MRI says it's fine, and MRIs don't show you anything. MRIs show you structural stuff. You hear the ice cream truck?
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. I like that.
I'm like, wait. It's part of the MRI.
So MRIs show the structure. So if I was bleeding in the brain or I had a tumor, you could see it, but you can't see any of the function. So there's one called a functional MRI, FMRI, and with the functional, you can see areas of the brain light up.
Oh, wow.
And that's like, if you Google it, you'll see usually like the brain looks blue, or maybe I'm mixing it around, but the brain looks blue and the areas that are lighting up or something is like more red, like orange. So it really shows it. I went to a neural doctor. So listen to this. So I go to her and I say, yeah, I think I have a concussion, or I've had a concussion, She's like, no, you didn't.
She just flat out told you no.
Just seeing you. So.
Yeah, she said, no, you didn't. And I'm like, yes, I do. I have. Like, yes.
I mean, that you tell her, obviously you're in martial arts, boxing, that you're constantly getting hit in the head.
This was her excuse, or this was her reason. She said, did you get knocked out? I said, no. And she said, were you bleeding from your head? I said, no. Oh, that's it. And it's like, that's not how it works. I mentioned to her, can I get an FMRI? Obviously, I'm asking. And she's like, what's that?
She asked you what that was.
I was like, I'm thinking she's messing with me. I'm like a functional MRI. And she's like, what is that? And I literally had to Google it in front of her. And she's like, She's like, no, I'm gonna just get you a regular MRI.
At that point, I'd be like, you know what?
Yo.
Thanks a lot. I'll see you again, and I'll bounce.
Yo.
So, and that was in Washington Heights in like 164th or something, Broadway. Yeah.
That's frustrating.
That makes more sense.
But I had insurance at the time.
Yo, because the care for our people up here is not good.
Yeah.
And
They just tell you whatever. Like, no, you're fine. Good. Go ahead.
Yo.
So
That's frustrating.
yeah. So and I'm talking about, this was like 4 or 5 years ago. So I've been trying ever since.
Wow.
And yeah, every doctor's always giving me like, no, you don't need that. No, you got an MRI. The MRI shows it's fine. I'm like, that's not the same.
Right.
So in order for you to request a CAT scan, I'm assuming that's a specialty.
A CAT scan just shows organs.
Oh, okay. So what the fuck you get with which is the one that we want?
The functional MRI.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just want the function.
No.
Which is the one that shows your brain?
So there's a SPECT scan. It stands for, I forget. Just Google it.
Just Google
It's
it.
SPECT, SPECT, something like that. And that shows, again, areas of that shows blood flow. So imagine a brain, right? Like just the whole entire shape of it. So in the SPECT scan, if an area of the brain is messed up, there's not enough blood flow to it, it'll look empty. It'll look like a hole.
Like black, right? It's
Not black, but it'll look like an empty hole. So it'll look like in the scan, it'll show like the brain, but like chopped off, like at the end, for example.
Coño, but that's like a lot.
That's
It's a lot.
little
So like
severe.
football players, most of them is in the front.
The frontal
The
lobe.
Frontal lobe. And that's where a lot of your cognition is. That's where a lot of your critical thinking is.
Common sense.
Common sense. That's why they've been doing a lot of crazy stuff when they
Yeah.
get concussions.
Shout out to my boy Berto. He's the one that taught me about that, and he's also into boxing and Muay Thai and Jiu-jitsu and all that
Yeah.
shit. So
Because remember, and the football players, they don't know that they have CTE until they chop the brain up.
Yeah.
And they open it and they see the little specks.
When the player's dead?
Only after death.
yo, hold up.
Oh my god.
Because here's the thing.
Yeah,
there-
they can't diagnose CTE. There's no way for them to do
Yeah.
it.
There's no scan to show, yes, you have CTE. What I've mentioned is you either see the function of the brain, like the electrical currents or whatever, or the blood flow. And that's a good indication of, oh, there's not enough blood flowing to this area. So for me, I've always hit the back of my head, always. Like, serious. Just coincidence. It's not on purpose.
It's also the reason why the football players, when they commit suicide, they shoot themselves in the chest.
Yeah.
As opposed to
So they
Yeah,
don't destroy
Junior,
the
Junior
brain.
Seau, all of them shoot themselves in the chest.
What?
Not in the head because they want to preserve
Right,
their brain.
like-
Because
Look
they know
here.
something's
Yeah.
going on
Something's
with them.
wrong.
Yo, but you say a lot like it's been a whole trend. It's like 3.
It is a lot.
two.
No, it's
no,
more.
it's-
It's way
it's over
more.
four.
That
40.
have shot themselves.
And
Like
the
10
chest.
players have
We need
committed
to Google
suicide.
that shit. We somebody please.
way more.
We need a fact check.
our,
this shit.
our phones have been confiscated.
No, dude, it's been a lot of players who
been a
have
lot.
committed suicide.
Does that have
They even have the
Wi-Fi?
movie Concussion. That's what they, and that was
Does this one
that
have
was a
Wi-Fi?
So
Fact check.
with so with the football players, what was this? The Puerto Rican dude?
Aaron Hernandez.
Yes.
Did he shoot anybody? I thought he did.
He did. He shot
a
two
lot
people.
of people.
Shot 2 people.
Yeah. Well,
A lot
Well,
of
he
people.
shot 3, and then one got killed. The other one was like paralyzed or something, and yeah.
I didn't watch the documentary
it's
because
pretty good.
it was.
When he hung himself, they cut his brain, and they said, "Yeah, look at the little dots on his head, on his brain. They can see the frontal lobe is damaged, and
Wow.
it's pretty bad."
And there's this brain sensor or something that's been scanning all these football players, and I think it's changed, of course, now with time. But I think out of that, like 150 they did, 140, 145 of them had CTE.
Wow.
So it's like over 90, 95%.
So wait, let me get this shit straight. And when these people find out that they have CTE, were they at any point asking their doctors for the fucking scan and told no? Like,
Well, remember, it's not in their own doctors, the team doctors, and the team doctor will not give them that information. They're not gonna go and say, "Yeah, you do have CTE or you have had concussion," because then they're admitting to the wrong.
Right.
That's why the new deal that the NFLPA did, they gave what was it like $5 billion or something, $4 billion deal for the football players, for the health and everything.
they got to give motherfuckers private health care. I mean, they got to be able to afford private health care.
And they suppressed the numbers big time.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
It's just frustrating me. I'm not gonna take away from this conversation, but it is very unfortunate. Did you haven't gotten your test? Is what you're telling me.
And you've been trying for how long now?
Maybe 5 years.
Wow.
But so Leo, what do you think it's a reason? What's your theory? They don't want to give you
What?
a test.
test.
Oh, so I was thinking about it because my last doctor, I Googled him, I Googled his name and everything. And he was doing studies to do brain scans for something, I think it was for concussion. So I'm like, wait, he's doing the actual studies for things that I'm asking from him. But I think if he just scans me like, oh, you want it? Well, let me give it to you. Then he would have to have to scan everyone else that goes up to him and says, "Oh, I think I have concussions or I have brain damage or whatever, and I would like these scans." So I think they're just trying to save that for like real like emergencies, like people that could barely talk or like
So like severe.
yeah, like super severe. And it's all a spectrum, of course, but it also depends where you're hitting your brain. So if I hit the back of my head like I did, my vision's messed up, but that doesn't mean that my vocals are messed up, my movement, I'm fine. So I look fine, I talk fine, I act fine, I guess. And and
I mean, I was about to go off on you for not bringing another beer, but I'm gonna just keep my mouth shut before.
no, but you get me. So I feel like the doctors are like, "Oh, look at my finger and do this and walk here," and they do.
The effects are different. I mean, people get headaches.
Yeah,
you know, you have the vision,
exactly.
some of speech.
No, pero también at the time, I was getting crazy headaches. Like, you know, I'm just talking to you about now, but at the time when it was really, really serious, that's why I went to vision therapy, because I'm like, wait, I see two Ronalds right now. Why is that?
And were the glasses that they were suggesting helping you?
Yes, but it's like a cast. It's not it doesn't help.
But because what I'm trying to see is that what I'm trying to get is that don't the vision doctors also have some sense of correlation between the fact that a patient comes in and mentions whatever symptoms and ties them into, I mean, but now that's putting money out of their pocket. So yeah,
that's not gonna work.
Yeah, as I verbalize it out loud, yeah, why would you give up a potential customer? No, you're gonna sell them glasses. You're not gonna tell them, hey, I guess you have a concussion. Damn, man, yo, people are fucked up, bro.
You just noticed that now?
Damn, man, like, yo, what kind of fucking system are we living in?
So that same doctor that I tried to get the brain scan from, I told him, because like a year ago, or yeah, like about a year ago, I started getting like crazy. I don't know what it was or what it is. I just saw a doctor yesterday. I'm gonna do a sleep study in like 2 weeks, because, you know, when I was with my ex, she was like, "Yo, you would wake up and you would say things or do things," and I'm like, "Really? I don't remember." And at the time, you know, my vision's going off. I'm doing things in my sleep, and I felt like I was losing my mind. And whenever I think I'm getting better, like, oh, it's getting fine, it'll like drop again for whatever reason.
And do they try to tie it into any other stuff? Because I know,
like doctors.
Yeah, like do they try to give you a pill for some shit?
They just say, just work out.
Just work out? Drink 8 glasses
like my
of water.
doctor, yeah, basically.
Stay hydrated.
Take some Advil.
No, my doctor, he's like, work out and that'll get blood flow going to your brain. And I'm like,
okay, you're telling me to work out. Like someone, who you work out every day, I'd imagine.
You're like, dude, don't you see me? Does it look like
No, but it's not even that. It's just, that's his prescription. Workout. And I'm like, can I get a test? Nah. You know, you got the MRI. The MRI showed it was fine. And I'm just like, and he's like, look, go to the sleep doctor, and the sleep doctor study might get you scans. So, you know me, I asked the doctor yesterday. I said, hey, I mentioned this to my other doctor. Do you do sleep scans? He's like, brain scans. He's like, no, that's a neuro doctor. He's like, I don't do that. I'm like,
wow.
So Leo, then with those effects that you have, so does that change the way, like, are you fighting now, or do you box at all?
No.
Which is messed up, you know.
It's messed up, but I would if it's very light, like almost like playful or something, but not like sparring hard. There's literally no point to that. Even if I was 100%, I would not ever do that.
Yo, I am so when I invited you to the podcast, we always had conversations, I think, and it just goes to show, you know, more surface level. So, you know, the dating, going out, bullshitting, like, you know, bitches, right? Niggas talk about, and you're always talking about working out, you know, from just the outside. I would say, yo, you look like you're in peak health performance. One sees you, yo, you look good, you're fine, right? So you sharing this, it's pretty jarring, brother, because, you know, sometimes we think that because of what we see in the shell, the outer shell, things are okay, and they might not be. And matter of fact, one of the issues we were talking about, why he stopped doing jiu-jitsu, is because of the laundry cost.
Not the cost. It
I
wasn't
just
the cost.
fucking with you.
I was like, wait, what?
But because I was like,
there
I've never
laundry
thought
involved?
about it. It's so expensive to keep
I was
the
gonna say-
fucking
I was
clothes
gonna
clean.
Leo,
You're sweating 20 fucking pounds a day.
Leo really did have
Never thought
concussion
about
then, because if he's concerned about laundry, I said he's definitely had a concussion.
Bro, no,
makes
porque
sense, that makes
cualquiera.
sense.
I work out twice a week, and my laundry should be piling up, and I'm like, coño, this is all the workout clothes I went through. So I can imagine doing jiu-jitsu and
So
having
you be
another
like-
sweaty motherfucker on top of you, and your sweat too. It's just like, man. But now you mention all this other shit, and I'm like, yo, we gotta find you a doctor, bro. This is wild.
So I'll give you a better story too. So
Better story.
when I was like a teenager, like 13, I remember, I used to have a lot of back pain. Always lower back pain. Always.
It's because you're aging.
Oh,
Because you're
Yeah,
getting
I'm
old.
14.
forget.
Está viejo ya.
I'm just a stupid patient.
Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's okay. You're right. But I would go to doctors, of course, because it was painful. It wasn't like, oh, my back hurts. It was like a debilitating back pain. So going to different doctors. Oh, we get you an X-ray. Oh, you look fine. Oh, X-ray, fine. X-ray. I got so many X-rays. Ya estaba alto. One time when I'm like 17, I remember I was doing like pull-ups at home, and when I stopped, I was like, oh shit. My back was killing me, and like little by little it got so crazy. I went to the emergency room, but it was weird. By the time I sat down with the doctor and spoke to him. I'm fine. He's like, what's wrong with you? I said, my back hurts. He's like, does it hurt now? I said, not really. I'm being honest, right? He was like, well, okay, so I'm gonna send you to get an X-ray. And I said, no. I said, doctor, I need something else. I've had too many X-rays. I know if the 50 X-rays didn't show anything, this next one's gonna show anything. Let me get an MRI or something. He's like, nah. And at the time, I'm young and whatever. I didn't have insurance at the time. He's like, nah, unless you have like $3,000 to pay me for the MRI, or you're on the floor screaming in pain, I'm not gonna give you an MRI. And like I said, I was younger at the time, so I was like, nah, whatever. And I just walked out, right? When I was 24, 25, and that happened most of my life, like from 17 until like 24, back pain on and off, back pain on and off. I'm 24 one day, and I'm like, damn, it was at nighttime, took a shower, ready to get to bed, and I'm like, damn, my back kind of hurts. And the pain just kept going, like higher and higher, over like an hour, and I couldn't take it. I'm like, damn, I don't want to go to the hospital, for what? For what?
X-ray.
Get an X-ray.
Shit.
I'm getting old, so I took a cab, and the cab driver's Dominican. He said, "Yo, what's wrong with you?" I was like, "My back hurts."
Off the rip, he was like, ¿Qué es lo que te pasa, coño?
At this time, I'm like, I'm holding myself. I'm like,
Oh, he's worried that you got shot and you're gonna get his car. You're gonna get his car dirty.
So it wasn't a concern for his customer.
yeah, makes sense. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, dude. That's
So then,
No, I'm thinking something totally different. I'm going a whole different direction. I'm thinking
you thought he was gonna take
your
a shit in there?
No, I thought his back. You thought he probably got fucked by somebody, some other dude.
I'm holding my back now.
His
I'm
gunshot.
not holding my
Lo rompieron este tigre.
¿Qué te pasa? You don't want to get his car dirty, man. That's it. You don't want to get that shit bloody.
No. So he's like, "Oh, that's your kidney." He's like, "You have a kidney infection."
Diablo.
But,
2
right? But he's like, "Oh, it just hits you right away, right? Like it just hit you from one moment to another." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, that's a kidney infection." That's what he kept saying.
You shout out to all the Dominican
Yeah.
cab drivers that are silently doctors.
No, he's a doctor in DR. He's just a taxi driver
Look
in
at
New
that.
York. Yeah.
Is that real? Or are you kidding? Because he was joking about that. But,
I'm joking.
oh, okay.
I mean, but not if he would have been Indian, that would have probably been real.
yeah.
No, so by the time I go to the hospital, I'm basically like on the floor, basically like just like screaming. The nurse came over and she gave me, I think, morphine like twice. She said, "I'm gonna give you morphine." Okay, pa, nothing. She gave me morphine again, nothing. And she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna give you this." I don't know what she said. I was just like, yeah. She gives it to me. Everything just, I didn't feel
Like a
shit.
cortisone shot or some shit?
I don't know. I didn't feel shit. I didn't feel anything. I felt brand new. I was like, oh, okay. They finally, because I was basically on the floor. They gave me a CAT scan, and they find a kidney stone this big. But the thing was, it was invisible in the X-rays.
Yo.
So because it was made out of like uric acid, calcium, all that stuff. Those specific kidney stones, with my luck, didn't show up on the X-ray.
Oh my God.
So even if they gave me 1,000 X-rays, they weren't gonna find it, which is why I told them, "Let me get a fucking MRI."
So wait. Moral of the story is the cab driver was right. Yo.
Wow.
No, but my point is too. It took me like 10 years.
You know, that's a common problem though.
Yeah.
Those kidney stones that they can't see in the X-ray is very common. You know, their mom, they get it all the time. She gets it all the time. And it took her, like years for them to diagnose.
Oh, she got the salt thing, right?
Yeah. The whole calcium that she builds, her body just produces it, and surgery every 4 years.
Yo,
Wow.
so wait, what?
Is that how it's removed?
What? When
The kidney stone?
You said removed.
Yeah.
Don't
You
remove
still got
kidney
it?
Stones?
No, yeah, I got it removed. But I've had like
Okay.
3
With surgery,
surgeries
right?
already. I had 3 surgeries. Because I've had different ones and they kept coming back.
Yeah. Every 4 years she gets them.
So for me, everyone's different. For me, it's
So people are just comfortable getting cut open. Is what
I mean, you have to change your diet. You think you can, and then you do it, but calcium keeps building in your body. And then with other things, whether it's sodium or whatever, I don't know how it builds, but it just keeps building up.
So for me, I can't eat a lot of oxalate.
A lot of what?
Oxalate. It's
oxalate.
yeah. It's in like potatoes, beets, spinach and beets are like the number one.
Because you eat that on the regular.
I don't. But that's just 2 things. I'm just mentioning 2 things out of a long list. Even chocolate has it, like cereal, a bunch of stuff.
Wow.
But it has a certain amount, right? But I can't have too much of it because the oxalate binds with the calcium and it starts building the stones. But also it's the sodium too, so I can't have a high sodium, high oxalate, and yeah.
And
What do you
the
eat?
pain is serious. That pain is
I believe
brutal.
that.
No, yeah.
So what's your diet?
8 glasses of water.
Water and cardio. No, but I was gonna mention what was the last thing you said?
Know that it's painful.
Oh yeah. So when I spoke to the nurse is like, "Oh, I understand." And when she was taking care of me, and she's like, "Look, when my friends ask me, what's the most painful things you said?" And she said, "What I've seen is worse than gunshots, worse than pregnancies and broken bones." She said, "Kidney stones."
But you've always gotten surgically removed, right?
Yeah, surgery.
the only way.
Yeah, that's the only way.
You can't pee them out?
Because of the kidney stone this big.
They're like little pebbles. But if
not.
and those are painful as hell.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, let me get this shit straight. Somebody pees out a rock. Yo, there's no panic.
Oh, it's happened to my uncles, and it's funny because
They just going about their day.
they say you hear it. Like if you pee in the toilet, you hear it go ping. It'll
Get
just
the fuck out of here.
it'll just shoot out and go ping.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's a little bullet.
Yo. No. I would panic, man.
And very rare, and they're smooth. They're usually edgy. So it's
Yeah. It's
Wait,
like
they're smooth and usually edgy. Those are
if
2 different things.
You would want them to be smooth because obviously it's easy to pass through.
Yeah.
But
it's like
if
in
they're
the beach.
edgy,
If like when you go to the beach, you see like the coral reefs sometimes.
that.
El
Nah, it's
Diablo.
real.
And that's going through your urethra.
Well, if it's too big, it won't go through. It'll get stuck on the kidney,
my
in the kidney. But if it tries to get out, it gets stuck, and that's where the real pain comes in, because it's trying to go through all that.
Emotional.
I'm fucked up.
But here's the thing, I just say the story. I'm just talking more about the
like
medical story.
like a horror episode.
I thought we were gonna have fun. Damn, nigga.
No, but it's mostly about like the medical, with dealing with doctors. It's not about like, feel bad, like, because I've told.
Oh no, I'm not feeling bad for you. You good.
No, I know.
I'm just thinking like, yo, I'm not. What the fuck we going to the doctors for then?
That's why I don't go.
And that's the thing. And then they want us to believe them when they tell us things, but they can't even be honest with me. Like I would prefer a doctor say, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you.
I would prefer that too.
I think it's because their liability increases by 10,000.
I don't know.
Have you tried visiting doctors in other countries?
Not other countries, nah.
They're like, we're in America.
No,
It's the best
fucked up
country in the
here.
world.
Healthcare is fucked up here.
Yeah, because if you go to another country, where you gonna go to Switzerland?
Mexico? Go to Mexico.
Mexico, DR,
It's
and
good
Cuba.
and it's affordable.
Cuba.
They got great doctors
Dale
down
pa'
there.
Cuba.
DR, Cuba, they have good doctors.
Mexico.
That's the thing. That's all propaganda. It's saying like we're number one. We're number one is like the worst things.
We're
Not in the best things.
Dale pa' Cuba. Vamos a tener que ir pa' Cuba.
So.
Oh man, that's crazy.
So yeah, and I have trouble. Man, I get into it sometimes with doctors, but like I said, I don't argue with them. Like, yes, you're gonna give me a.
No, because you hit a
it's
wall
no
with
point,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
so-
You hit a wall either way, but that wall comes faster.
But yeah, it just sucks. And
I'm gonna see if I could reach out to my cousin, and I don't know. I mean, that man. I just saw him flush out my cousin's eye the other day, and I'm like, all right, that's like the most doctorish shit I've seen him do, and
like eyeball. Or
yeah, eyeball. It's like le metió un tubo y le because I think he put sunscreen in his eye or some dumb shit. Niggas at the beach, people don't know how to act. I don't know, and. That's the most doctor shit I see them do. I'm gonna put him to the test, and I'm gonna see if he can get you this fucking scan. I don't know how, but
all I need is the prescription, because then a lot of them, the doctors be like, I don't know if your insurance will cover it. Let me handle it. Oh, it's gonna be expensive. You don't know how much. You don't know how much money I got. For real, you don't know if my family will pay for it. If I could pay for it, like.
Do you think it's because statistics? They don't want to like have a statistic at their hospital for whatever concussion?
Yeah, but I think that's what something like that is, and it's not about the. Because again, it's not going to show that I have a concussion, but it'll show like, oh, your brain is kind of messed up. But I think also once they get the scan, they don't know what to do with me, because there's something called.
Like, here's the results. You fucked up in the game. Have a nice day. Nah, like, what the fuck is going on here?
8 ounces of water daily.
I don't know if you guys heard of hyperbaric oxygen chambers.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I have.
So there's a football player, I forget his name. He's old now. He's retired. It's like in his 70s. He actually opened up a clinic, I think, in Florida, and that's how they help people with blood flow in the brain.
Oh shit!
With hyperbaric oxygen chamber.
So you sit there for like an hour or whatever.
It's usually an hour. Yeah. So it's pure oxygen. Sometimes 1.5 or 2.0, depending how they treat you, your prescription.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
what are
I
those
don't know what
numbers?
these numbers mean.
So I was just gonna say it. No, it's like the atmosphere. Mm-hmm. So right now this is like atmosphere. I don't know. Let's say 1 or 0.
Yeah, this feels like a 0 right now.
So they it's like pressurized. So there's actually something I saw on the internet that it showed like someone's foot, and it showed like a real nasty scar. And they had diabetes. It was like an open cut wound. And that was one day before they were going to get amputated. It's like, no, we're done. So they went through the hyperbaric oxygen chamber. And then over a few weeks, it shows how it got like brand new, nuevecito. So the hyperbaric oxygen chamber helps people when they can't heal something, like they have an open wound or something. It like speeds up everything.
A lot of the players have it, like Antonio Brown, Tom Brady. They use it.
Yeah. Don't use Antonio Brown as an example.
I'm just saying. That's a football player.
Oh, he's fucked up in the game.
So another thing too.
I'm just joking, by the way.
It like forces the oxygen molecules in your body.
You ain't wrong though. Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. I don't know a lot about the football.
Me neither.
About the football, motherfucker, get out.
Like yeah, when it comes to sports, I don't know. Just about boxing a little bit nowadays, not as much, but like martial arts.
It's only Canelo out there.
But speaking of boxing, who's your favorite boxer right now?
Right now, oh man, there's one called Artur. It's a weird Russian name, but he's like 100% knockout.
Artur Bidov?
Yeah, that one. He's like 100% knockout rate. I like Canelo, of course.
Diablo, 100% knockout rate. That's crazy.
19 wins, 19 knockouts.
There's a Puerto Rican dude. I think he's from the Bronx.
He gotta be from the Bronx. Puerto Rican.
He's nice.
Oh, Berlanga?
Berlanga. Yeah.
He's all right. I don't know. I think he's overrated.
It's because he's from the Bronx. That's why you don't like him.
No, he bit some dude's ear off his last fight.
Whoa.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I didn't expect anything.
Yeah, he's suspended. He's suspended for a year.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they suspended him for a year.
Damn, you got to find a new favorite boxer. Bro.
Let
You
me
gotta stay
see.
away from those Puerto Ricans in the Bronx.
No, but yeah, but with boxing, I don't like the politics with boxing though, because sometimes a boxer won, by points or whatever, and they'll give it to the other guy. And I have a lot of boys that are professional boxers, and they lose motivation too, because it's like, damn, you're gonna give it to this other dude, and I've been working hard, but they treat you. It's kind of like the wrestlers, you know, they have the guy that's supposed to get beat up. So, but
so hyperbaric chambers are the fucking fountain of youth, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, I mean, like I did a bunch of research, and that's what I was trying to get to. I asked the doctor, like, can you prescribe that for me? He's like, nah, it's expensive, and the insurance won't cover it. But I called the insurance and I said, do you cover whatever? And they said, as long as a doctor prescribes it and says it's medically like essential for you, we'll prove it. That's what I'm saying. The doctor's like, nah, you don't worry, it's too expensive and the insurance won't cover it. Well, let me handle that. Just give me the fucking prescription.
So your vision your vision still fucked up to this day?
So I have an appointment. I made the appointment like fucking 3 months ago. But I have an appointment at the end of this month to see a neuro-ophthalmologist, and those are the ones that'll better help you out than a regular ophthalmologist. So an ophthalmologist are the ones that'll tell me I'm fucking old.
So are you wearing glasses now?
I have a prism glasses. So the prism glasses,
wow.
Yeah, they're pretty thick, but they control my eye, and that's why it says like a cast, because it's just controlling my eyes. It's not helping anything with my brain really. So once I take the glasses off, it's nothing.
Do you see two of me right now, for real? No. Okay, you good.
I was joking.
Oh, about to say.
No, but sometimes it depends. Like if it's late at night, what happens late at night? You get tired, right? You start getting sleepy.
So when fatigue kicks in?
So yeah, fatigue, your brain is like shutting down. If I drink a lot of alcohol, so that's how, and that's what happens with football players too.
What is a lot of alcohol?
No, enough to get extra tipsy. But you know, like with football players, they'll go out, party, drink. Like Aaron Hernandez, when he shot those dudes, it was at the club. He was drinking. I think he said they looked at him wrong or something. He went to shoot him. Like there's no common sense in there, but I felt something similar like when it first, like I had the concussion symptoms like really bad. I understand what they were going through. So when I don't want to say like a problem, but when there's something that you want to like, oh, what should I do? Ron yelled at me. Well, I could fight him. I could tell him something back. There's different ways I can handle it, right? But you automatically kind of just pick the most common sense ones. But when you're really bad in concussions, you go like to a darker place. Like there's no like different roads of, oh, maybe I could talk to him. Maybe I could just
no rationality.
Yeah, there's no rationality. It's just more like fucking like wild, crazy shit.
Muerto, dead.
So
yo, that's wild.
So
man.
that's what I say. I kind of understand that, but I just went through a few years of shit. They go through like 10 years, 15 years, and then they start when they're young, when they're still developing, growing. They're 9 years old, 10, 12, whatever, banging their head all the time, and that's what you're supposed to do in football, right? They just go hard. It's not like, oh, just push him out the way. It's
before I was rudely interrupted by whoever knocked on my door. I don't know.
It's Amazon.
El Chinito.
I'm gonna have to put fucking airplane mode on my ring now.
I just wouldn't do that.
I have not used enough effects in this episode, so it's bothering me. Because you were talking way too much shit, and I couldn't. And by shit I mean like real shit, and so I couldn't like throw jokes in. So I was like, maybe we can do one round of jokes. I don't even know. Like,
do you have a joke?
I have no jokes. Yo, so wait, you're heavy on the dating scene. I know this because you share potential compatible people that you can cross paths with, that you come across in the applications that you use.
I will neither confirm nor deny those allegations.
And so I will share that the bios, because I've never used any of these apps. And no, like for real.
Yo, go ahead.
And so when I see the bios of some of these people that you choose, would you mind sharing what's and on top of that, one of the pictures that I know for a fact that you get the most replies out of and conversation starters is a picture that he took at my shop with a taxidermy bear, where of the bear that he has him like in a chokehold. And that pic alone, I know for a fact, is an amazing conversation starter. And I always take credit for this picture. So what's been the most exciting conversation starter you've had from that picture alone?
So the funny thing is, some girls will be like, "Is that a dog? Is that real? Is that real?" It's
Those bitches need fucking CTE.
I think their frontal lobe needs to be checked.
So I've gotten, is that real? Is that a real bear? Is that like your pet? Is that like in your house? Ya tú sabes. So
see, if that would be me, that was my profile. I said that I hunted that bear, I killed it, and I have it in my
Stuffed it
living room. I
yourself?
stuffed it myself. I put a whole story out of
no,
it.
so
The
I joke with
whole-
them. I'm like, "Yeah, you want to meet her?" And they start. They don't know if I'm serious or not. What? So it's a real bear?
And I'm like, yeah, and I got a snake too. That's a stupid
I got
joke.
a snake too.
That's such a horrible joke. Yeah, there's a nigga that does capoeira in my hood, right? And he put a snake tattoo on his thigh, and he would be like, "Yo, you guys want to see my snake?"
Oh my god.
I'm like, "Nah, nigga, I'm good. I don't want to see a fucking snake."
Oh, he's
And
asking
like,
you. He's
So
not
he would
asking
ask
girls.
everybody,
Okay.
but because to keep it neutral,
Yeah.
so that way it's non-threatening to the women that are in the group. Because he asked the dude like, "Yo, you want to see my snake?" And I'm like, "Nah, man, what the fuck?" "Yeah, man, it's a nice snake." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" And then and everybody laughs, but you know where the nigga's trying to go, trying to take your bitch, nigga.
Yeah. So with that picture, that's like a first. That's like the conversation starter.
He wants to show her the real snake.
Yeah. How the fucking picture go? You just got the joke?
No.
Oh my god.
This motherfucker just got the joke. Míralo.
Go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, so what else you want to know? Because I mean,
any good women out of that whole exchange with the bear? No one that stuck?
Not really.
No?
Fucking A.
Not-
So just a wide net, no
because
fish.
I'm assuming,
Listen to my
when
credit.
you say good women, it's women that I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna be my girlfriend," then, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But
like,
mad
keep her-
bitches.
I don't know who's listening to this.
Trying to set the man up.
No. I knew this was gonna happen.
No,
It's
I'm
okay.
just joking.
No, it's okay.
There's no bitches in this world.
It's just words. It's just words,
It's
man.
just words.
Nobody
Nobody
cares.
cares.
No one cares.
Just joking. All right, cool. We're definitely at that hour mark. And what we do towards the end before we sound off is we do last call for words. And then last call for words, it's usually the final message that you want to share with our listening audience. And that you hope that they take away from you being a guest. So we'll start off with you.
So, but how long is this supposed to be? Like quick?
I mean, like 2 minutes. Fucking like paragraph. I don't know. I've never had anyone
minutes
ask
is
me
a
that.
long time.
Like,
It can be short, long, what you want.
yeah, whatever you want, bro. It's like a fucking
Okay.
like a send off.
Okay. So I had this in mind, but I wanted to talk more about this. So whatever, maybe another time. Right?
Wait, what do you want to talk about?
Attachment styles. I think I brought that up to you.
What
right?
attachment styles?
Yeah. So that has not only changed like how I see myself as an individual, and the way I was raised and programmed. We're all programmed to react a certain way, think a certain way. But our emotions. But with with dating, like that helps a lot, knowing attachment styles, because you could see by the person's reaction to things and the way they respond to things what type of attachment style they have. And once you understand that, you could see where they're coming from. Or say they're speaking their language. So there's attachment styles. There's secure attachment. That's a person that's like super chill. They're como nada le molesta. Nothing bothers them. Everything's fine.
Copacetic.
Fearful avoidant. Those are the ones that they want love, but when you show them love, that was too much. When you don't show them, like, all right, that was too much. All right, you pull back. Oh, now you're pulling back. Now you don't want me. So they're like all over the place. They're also called a disorganized attachment. There's dismissive avoidant, where they avoid their feelings. So
Did you have this fucking written? Like,
no, I've studied it so much because like I said, it depends on the topic.
You
that
really are having issues with women, aren't you? Dating women.
Well, basically. So you understand.
Diablo.
You understand why they do certain things.
What's your attachment style?
Anxious attachment style.
I was the same way until I met him.
Yeah, because he seems secure. Like
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
talk to Ron and like things he was mentioning, like, I've always met him. He's always happy. He's always like everything's positive,
Yeah.
but he genuinely,
Yes.
that's secure attachment.
Yes. No,
And-
I was
Yeah.
anxious before dating him. That was a mess. And then I met him, and now
see.
I'm great.
Oh,
Fuck
That's
yeah.
because of you.
I need to meet my female version of Ron.
I wish you meet your female version of Ron. Yeah.
I already have Ron. I need another version of it.
So basically, I could next time maybe if you guys want
No,
me
no,
back.
yes, I would
Absolutely.
love to have you come
But
back, brother.
I just want people to start searching that. Like if you're like I don't know what my boyfriend. It was my birthday, or we had a good date yesterday, and then he's like kind of ghosting me. You look at the attachment styles, you would understand. Oh, he's more like this, and then you could understand. It's a separate language. It's like me talking English and you Spanish. I mean, we both understand it, right? So we can do either way. But if you don't speak English or I don't speak Spanish or whatever, it's gonna be like you kind of get it, but you don't have enough information. And I think that should be 4, yeah. So I want people to leave them off with that. So Google that, play with that, YouTube videos.
Google attachment styles and bum rush your fucking doctor for not giving you the fucking test.
Or
your
go to Cuba.
request.
Go to Cuba.
Or go to Cuba. Damn, brother, yo, you dropped a lot of knowledge, a lot of weight, and with that also leaves a ton of questions. I will absolutely love to have you come back, and this was just more of I guess a warm up at this point. As fuck.
Yeah.
Next time will be better and more smoother.
Yeah, because my man, I was not in that mental state for you to drop what the fuck you were
And
dropping.
that was just little.
I think you left Ron with CTE.
He needs to go see the doctor now.
And,
Yeah,
a
nah,
glass of
but
She's
water.
gonna be like, no, you're fine. Drink water.
It hurts knowing that someone you read about this shit. You know what I mean? You see it, and you're like, nah, none of my people going through that. Like, right? You tell yourself, but it's much more impactful when you know someone that's closer to you that is experiencing this and going through it, and it's like, fuck. Having this conversation, I feel helpless, or I wish I would have known sooner to maybe be on the lookout, and I think that's like my takeaway. If anything, you know what? I'll jump into my last words, and my last words being, going above and beyond just the surface level conversations and finding out how someone is doing to be a bit more prepared to, if not only help them, but point them in a better direction than where they are, to hopefully be where you think they were at or should be. You came prepared heavy to talk about attachment styles, man, but your fucking knowledge on scans and all this shit was way more than I've ever considered even looking up. So, I've been very dismissive, and I will say this to friends that do self-diagnose and know that kind of stuff and do the self, because I've been privy to so many that are now conspiracy theorists that know this and know that, and everybody knows everything that's happening now. And so I've been kind of I've put blinders on. However, when the reality is nobody knows your body more than you do, and if you just gotta care, and to hear that the only objections that people need to overcome are financial, that shit hurts, man. And so, my final words are, we need to look after ourselves, we need to look out for each other, and we always just need to continue being better. So, with that, I'll just switch it over to you, Los. What are your final words?
No, right off that, I'm a big self-diagnoser. My kids are here and they know how I am. I know my body better than anybody else. So sometimes, like, if I have a funny taste in my tongue, or like iron, like minerality in my mouth, like right away I says, okay, I have a deficiency in something. So I'm right away, let me eat more fruit, whatever it is, make more vegetable juices, something to supplement it. I don't always go to the doctor. I'm not a big doctor guy. I believe that I feel they always pushing you on something in a path that you don't want to go. So let's just take care, better care of ourselves. And eat healthy, exercise. Not exactly take punches in the head, but you know. But yeah, you know, jiu-jitsu is a great. It's a great, you know.
That's why I said I love jiu-jitsu. Yeah,
It's good for you. I heard good things about it. I've never done it myself, but yeah, let's take better care of ourselves and, you know, be healthy. That's it.
Honorable Lady H.
I think recently, with how work's been stressing me out lately, this week, I'm like, you know, I really just need to put my health in top priority. Fortunately, nothing's wrong, but I've been telling Ron lately, like, I just miss movement. I haven't done, like, exercise in a few months because I've been so consumed with work right now. So I started back again with yoga, and I just want to keep that as a priority. And, you know, nothing is more important than one's health. So take care of yourselves.
And with that, my name is Ron Kane, and we out. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening to Just Words Nobody Cares. But yo, this one I cared about a lot, though. Yo, my brother, you dropped a lot of heavy shit, man. I didn't know we were gonna go in that direction.
I told you, that's why I asked you.
No.
But then you get into the fitness stuff.
We have to come back again.
Yeah, we gotta make it happen, and I'll put you down for the next
I
one.
know I was a little at first because that would get me off the.
Being in the
myself,
zone.
yeah.
Being in the zone. Yeah, being in the zone is it's a different.
But you see, once I started talking, I started.
No, in the beginning, I felt like I was fucking pulling you from. I was like, yo, ¿por qué lo que le pasa a tigre? What he talked about was.
Most guests are like that when they come on and they take a minute or two.
I did a podcast too before, but it was just through Zoom audio. And it was different. I didn't have this. Like, this sounded. And at first it was loud. I was like,
Oh, why didn't you say?
I didn't know.
That's the first thing I asked. How's everybody vibing?
That's